My favorite line of this book. Ellie has an intoxicating aroma of home, lavender and sunshine mixed with love. I have a bonus quote at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Katie, didn't I tell you last video that something's going down in this party because it hasn't gotten weird enough yet? The morning after the house party in Maine, that's where we're at. Aiden and Ellie have the best sex ever. Aiden falls asleep exhausted. Ellie can't sleep at all. She needs to just take a walk. So she goes for this walk and she stumbles upon some noises coming out of one of the other cottages. She hears like moaning from a male voice. Well, how about I just peek into this window to see what's going on? She witnesses Tom raping an unconscious Caroline. Okay. Caroline and her date Taylor had a fight. He was hitting on some other girl and he got her phone number. Like, he's just, cheating around. Caroline and Tom started to talk. Caroline had a couple of drinks, and the second drink that she had, she passed out. She doesn't remember anything after that. So Ellie witnessed, she clearly saw it was Caroline. She clearly saw it was Tom. She bursts in and says, "Tom, stop." He acts all embarrassed and she tries to call 911 on her phone, but then Tom attacks her. She tries to run away. He grabs her by the legs. She hits him on the head with a rock, finally gets away, gets back to the cottage, tells Aiden, okay, I'm gonna go kill him. The cops eventually come, and then no one believes Ellie except Aiden. It's okay, I know this is really intense, but let the cops do their job. But she's like, I don't believe the cops, they're acting like I'm making this up. Let's go to a hotel. So they leave, they visit Caroline in the hospital. She's conscious again, but she doesn't remember anything past having the drink. Ellie tells her, well, this is what I saw. And Aiden and Ellie, they were just gonna leave, but they didn't want to leave Caroline. She wasn't gonna be discharged from the hospital for another day. They find this cute little hotel. They have the best sex ever. At that point, Ellie had not slept for 24 hours because of all of this raping. In the middle of the night or whenever they have a break between sex sessions, they're both completely nude. It's romantic, okay? It's intimate, it's romantic. He goes to his bag and he gets out this box. It's a ring. He proposes to her, and it's the cutest little antique ring he got from this jeweler. It had this big long story. It was made in the 1850s or something. It had a yellow diamond in the middle. It had all this filigree. You make me want to be a better man. Will you marry me? And of course she says yes. They're engaged, but not for long because more things are gonna come, okay? There's 2 more books. So they all go home. Ellie gets this call from her mom. Somehow the press figured out that Ellie and Aiden were dating. Aiden isn't really a celebrity, but because he's a prominent CEO of a big company, he made some kind of media, whatever. New York Post, I think. They got on page 6. Someone wrote an article about them. Her mom's like, why didn't you tell me you were dating Aiden Black? And she's like, well, it just happened, and I don't really like how you judge me for my life decisions. They go and have dinner at her parents' house, but it doesn't really go that well. Ellie's mom hates that she's writing romance, makes fun of her for it, and she's like, you know what? I don't need this. So her and Aiden left. The day that they were going to eat dinner, Aiden finds out that the board fired him. They gave him a severance package, so he's still a millionaire, but he no longer has a job. The article mentioned her being auctioned off on Aiden's yacht, and it also connected her to her romance novel that she had published, auctioned off. She was writing under a pseudonym. How did people put 2 and 2 together? Aiden was distraught after being fired, and then this article, it was all consensual sex. And even though you paid me to have sex with you that night, we fell in love with each other. It's okay. He's like, no, it's getting out that I am paying people. I am facilitating other men to pay women for sex. That's prostitution. That doesn't look good on me. I don't know if it's illegal nationally or if it's held at the state level. He's just so distraught and not thinking clearly that he breaks up their engagement. He's like, I don't know if I can marry you anymore. And of course this devastates her. It devastates him, and he leaves her that night crying because it's just a really stressful time, but their engagement gets broken off, and they only wallowed in their own sadness for a day. 24 hours. And Caroline, she's still healing from the rape, but she's like, you know what, Ellie, let's just go out tonight and have some fun. Let's go dancing. Okay, let's go dancing. We're not gonna like manhunt. We're not gonna have sex with anybody. Let's just go have fun for us. But guess who Ellie sees there? Aiden's friends also had the same idea. They take him to the same club, and Ellie sees Aiden there with a blonde. She thinks that he just moved on from her. I mean, Aiden sees her leave and he follows her, tries to apologize, and she just won't have it. That's the end of the book. Ugh. And good for Ellie to just leave him and make him work for it, because he can't just propose to her and then turn around and say, oh, never mind. But here's the bonus line that I just have to share because it's just too good. Because Ellie keeps saying this to him every time they have sex. How are you so hard? I'm always hard for you.